Today we will be talking about the white population in South Africa, about the Afrikaners. First, we have to talk about the COVID era and about the BLM protest. These are very important in our story. And then I want to also talk about neighboring country Botswana, if I'm not mistaken. I'm hopefully pronouncing it right. But even before we start with that, let me just introduce myself. My name is Joe, and I talk everything about geopolitics and macroeconomics. So welcome here. Also, I would love to, if you could guys do me a favor, if you could please smash that like button, smash that subscribe button so that the algorithm knows that you like my videos. When the COVID started, there has been obviously lockdowns in South Africa as well. And during the lockdowns, during the, I believe it was 2020 and 2021, there have been large BLM protests in the United States. But in South Africa, these protests happened as well. But the problem was that during the first protest, there have been a lot of disruptions. People were breaking into shops. And this was very, very disruptive for the country of South Africa. You have to understand that South Africa does not have secret police. They don't have FBI. They don't have agents that could infiltrate the crowd, that could, dismantle this movement within. And so this was pretty catastrophic for the South Africans. There were even, the government had to shut down. There were electricity outages. There were armed vehicles basically traveling around trucks with petrol because they had to be protected. It got pretty bad, all of these protests. And since then, South Africa has never been the same. Johannesburg, which is the capital city of South Africa, has always been one of the cities with the highest criminality in the world. But after the BLM protests that created huge amounts of disruptions in the country, the criminality increased quite significantly. The police force hasn't been able to basically reestablish peace and also trust in public. And there have been alternative private police force basically created for the middle class, upper class, and the rich. They often hire these services, private police force, in order to maintain security. But for most everyday people, for average people, the criminality has quite increased, the violence has quite increased, and overall the safety in the country has been much worse than before the BLM protests. We have to understand that there are quite often electricity outages. There is a less opportunity in general, less job opportunity in general than before COVID, and before specifically the BLM protests. And all of this creates a lot more, just in general, all of this creates a lot more crime and a lot more violence in general. And this obviously creates a crime black on black as well. But also there have been a little bit of racial tensions. And a lot of these white farmers are in rural areas where it's much harder to protect yourself. So for example, the rich people who live in suburbs around cities, they have been able to hire these private police force. They have been able to basically come together and protect their neighborhoods. But for these rural farmers, it has been much harder and quite insane amount of violence has occurred since the BLM protests. I just want to mention that it's obviously not everyone has been through this, but some of the horrific examples have been quite insane. You can guys look it up in the news. So when there is a more criminality and when there is a less economic opportunity in any society, all of the basically all of the political extremes rise up. So it's less in the center, but it's more on the extremes. And so we have seen also a little bit of new legislature that basically suggest hostility towards some of these white farmers in rural areas. We have seen a similar little bit of legislature in neighboring country Botswana, if I'm not mistaken. On the north of South Africa and on the south of Botswana, there has been a lot of these Dutch communities, basically farmers that has developed their craft and skills in farming. Botswana has instituted also a similar hostile legislature, and a lot of these white people have left. And this resulted in a little bit of problems for Botswana, because a lot of this skill and know-how when it comes to farming has also left the country. And I believe there have been some troubles regarding these policies that have been instituted. This just shows that, generally speaking, racism has economic costs as well in general. Diversity breeds opportunity and economic opportunity for everyone involved, not just certain types of people. And so, generally speaking, any sort of legislature, any sort of racist legislature only limits your economic opportunity in general. With that being said, I would love to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to smash that like button, make sure to smash that subscribe button, and I will guys see you in the next one. Cheers.